Beautiful people, what's going on? Glad to be back with you. Welcome to Mose Knows. I'm your host, Mose. If you saw the flyer for this video, we're doing a live mock draft tonight. We're getting right to it. We got 1 week, y'all. 1 week until the start of the 2021 NFL draft. And tonight, we're going to have some fun. I've been doing mock drafts for the channel. I still got 6 more to put out. I've been, real serious with those, trying to really put my all into it to make sure the fans of every team are seeing all the possibilities and, getting good content. Tonight, we're just going to have fun. We're not going to do, the whole draft. We're just going to do the first round, but we're going to have some fun with it. Y'all know I got my regular co-host with me. Let me bring him in right now. You know him as Nick Knows, a.k.a. 49er Faithful 365. Nick, what's good with it, bro?
Look, like you said, man, I got to rock that 7 today. Got to rock that 7 today.
Of course.
7 days left to the
7 days.
So,
yo, you excited,
cool.
man?
I'm actually too excited, right? Because I need this to be over with. It's just been a long off season, right? Because no football games last year being able to go to. The long off season, the free agency's been up and down and weird this year because of the whole COVID and pandemic. The money being so low with all these teams, and it's just been a long off season. I'm just so ready for football. So ready, I don't want to say football in general because yes, I'm always ready for football, but I'm just ready to see how much these teams get better. Not just including my own team, but there's a lot of good prospects this year in this draft, and I'm just love to see where they go and what happens.
Absolutely. I'm the same way. Well, we're gonna get right into it. We're not gonna waste time. It's you, it's me, and on the flyer, we said we had a special guest. Special mysterious guest. Now listen, I had my people talk to their people. Now this is wild in the making. I didn't think it was gonna come to fruition, but we finally made it happen. And we got this special guest to come on the show. I'm excited. I'm ready to see the input that they provide, get the conversation going. We're going to get some expertise that we haven't seen before. So without further ado, let's bring our special guest. I don't even need to add them. Slide on in here. Slide on in here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Look at this.
Is this who I think it is?
It's me.
It is Mrs. Mose Knows.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. Let me take a look at my watch because you were supposed to do this a while ago and took you a little long. Your people kind of gave me the runaround. What's up with that?
You didn't ask me. And you did the Raiders and didn't tell me.
So you just gonna blow me up on my own show?
Because you're trying to throw me under the bus.
Locked and loaded and shots fired.
Okay,
Nick, I was available.
Okay, you just gonna blow me up on my own show? Okay, all right. I have to go to sleep tonight, so I'm not gonna say much more on here, y'all. But so
you gotta help me with the makeup. How's my teeth? How's my nose? How's everything?
Nose is good. Teeth is good.
Okay,
yeah. You got to get your ears, but they're not going to see that on the camera.
This is why I blew you up.
Right.
All right. So you kind of know what I've been doing.
Right.
With the mock drafts, doing a imitation of what the teams are going to do on draft night.
Right.
April 29th, starting first round.
Yes.
We're going to do the first round tonight. We're going to do round robin style. We're going to take turns.
Okay.
Obviously, you are our special guest. Mrs. Mose Knows, you get to go first.
Okay.
I will take the second pick, and Nick, he will take the third pick, and then after Nick, you'll be up again. I'll go, Nick go, and we'll keep going around like that. Okay? Okay. We good?
Yeah. So what do I do?
You don't. All you got to do is look at the screen and pick a name. That's it.
All right.
I didn't. The draft is up. Give me a second. Let me put it on the screen so the folks can see.
Okay.
Say hi to Pastor John. He down there.
Hi, Pastor John. Hi, Zach.
Oh, you see Zach?
Hi,
hey,
Sean.
You see Zach? Oh, we see Sean. Crystal Smith is in the building. What up, Crystal? My homie D Gold, and I see you, bro. What's up? He wants Fields, another 49ers fan. Crystal telling you to represent. You ready to represent?
I am.
Now, I can't have a channel called Mose Knows where I'm talking about football and you don't know a little something. So I need you to represent for me tonight.
Well, all right. I know a little something.
You got it?
Yes.
You good?
Yes.
Now, me and Nick will help you, but let me know if you good.
See, I'm about to make a nursing podcast and blow you up.
Well, I'm not going to come on that show because I don't know nothing about that. I'll be like Cole, systolic and diastolic normal.
I can't.
Where you learn that? I was watching Doogie Howser.
I can't.
He said Doogie Howser.
All right, so we're going to get started. You're going to go first. So now you are picking for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Are there any names on this side of the board right here that you are familiar with?
Yes.
What name are you familiar with?
Trevor Lawrence.
Why are you familiar with that name?
Because that's the last person I saw on the TV.
Okay. Is he good?
Yeah. He's like number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want him.
Everybody want him.
And he got the hair that he kind of like.
Yeah, sunshine. That's what they
he
call
is
it.
sunshine.
Yeah, see? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see any other names that you know?
I've seen maybe one. That one.
This one right here, number 6.
Chase.
Jamar Chase. Okay. Wide receiver for LSU. Now, you know what the wide receiver does, correct?
Yes. We went over this.
We went over this. Okay. So if you need guidance on what to choose, you can look at the team needs right here. Okay. So quarterback is who?
Trevor Lawrence.
And what does the quarterback do?
They throw the ball.
There we go. Now, wide receiver, what do they do?
They receive the ball.
Hey, there it is. There it is. Put your hands out there. Running back, what do they do?
They run the ball.
Okay, cool. So we know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you want to take with this first pick?
For Jacksonville,
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence is the obvious selection. But
Okay. All right. Okay.
if I had him my way, he'd be pick 17.
Why would he be pick 17?
For the Raiders, do they need a quarterback?
Some people might say they do need it. Because see, I told y'all we was going to get expertise that we haven't got here before. I'm trying to tell y'all we're going to get some expertise. Now she talking about, do the Raiders need a quarterback? Some people might say yes. Some people might not be sold on Derek Carr as the quarterback for the Raiders. So you're absolutely right. They could use a quarterback. Trevor Lawrence would be considered an upgrade.
There you go.
But it's going to take a lot for y'all to get from 17 up to 1.
Clearly.
Okay. So
Right.
Pick is in. We good?
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. We're going to select that. The Mrs. First pick is in, y'all. And it's not. Come on. There we go. The Mrs. First pick is in. She took Trevor Lawrence. Okay. Jacksonville Jaguars. Cool. Now that I'm up, I'm picking for the Jets. It's going to be quick for me. You know, the Jets waited to trade Sam Darnold until they saw Zach Wilson's pro day and the medical checks came back clean. His shoulder was good. I'm thinking they good with what they saw. We're going to go Zach Wilson to the Jets at 2. All right, Nick, it's on you, baby. Let me know what you got for our Niners.
All right, before we move on, though, just a little bit of breaking news here. Maurice Hurst Jr. has signed with the 49ers, defensive tackle from the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, so we taking all the Raiders players. We got
He just
Hurst.
tweeted out, he said, 49ers, let's go to work. This defense is about to go crazy. Time to eat. Hashtag FTTB. Hashtag 49ers.
Hey.
So we really do need Trevor Lawrence. Then.
Y'all need something.
We need somebody.
Y'all need something. It's a lot going on, but you know, y'all just cut Arden Key, the edge rusher, defensive end. We picked him up. Y'all cut Maurice Hurst. We picked him up too. We'll keep them in California. They don't got to move far. They can come over to us. You know,
Yep.
We win games anyway.
All right.
we win.
Yeah, we win. All right, so Zach Wilson's off the board. Trevor Lawrence is off the board. You obviously know the 49ers didn't trade up 3 first-round picks and future picks for anything other than a quarterback position. There's a lot of speculation that it's Mac Jones. There's a lot of speculation that it may be Trey Lance. But I am going with the Ohio State quarterback, and that is Justin Fields.
Oh, we know that's a homer pick.
Definitely.
We know that's a homer pick.
Definitely a homer pick. I'm going with Justin.
Okay. Now 3 quarterbacks are off the board. Now you back on the clock, Mrs. Mose knows.
Okay.
Or as Jackie says, Tori knows. Okay. So what do you know, Tori? We up for the Atlanta Falcons. And you got to do the Falcons good because Zach is a Falcons fan. Okay. So you got to help cousin Zach out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You got to do right by him. Now take a look at the team needs. What do you see there?
We're going to put Chase up there.
Oh. Now let me help you out.
What?
Atlanta already got a couple receivers. They got some
good ones?
Oh, have you heard the name Julio Jones?
Yes.
You've heard the name Julio Jones before.
Well, who's bad? What do they need that's bad?
Well, that's why I said look at the team needs, honey. It's right here.
Wide receivers up there, and you just told me they had a whole bunch of them.
Well, okay. Well, then sometimes the Draft Network, they don't do right by it. Now, but see, you have to also look at the position. See what's more in the back of the team needs, more towards the end. That's the one they don't need the most.
Okay.
Now, you could get a wide receiver because some teams, they carry 6, 7, sometimes 8 wide receivers on the roster. You know,
Kyle Pitts.
Oh, okay. So you see the team need is tight end?
Yes.
You see the number 2 player rated on the board, and you said we're going Kyle Pitts to the Atlanta Falcons. Okay. Hey, Zach, I need you to chime in, bro. I need you to let me know.
So what did he say? We don't need a wide receiver. He said junior. Who's that?
He said Asante. He said he wanted Asante Samuel Jr.
Who's that?
Now you don't see him here,
He's not
but
on the board.
He's not on the board yet. But if we can change positions, and I'll ask you later if you see a position up there, you can change positions. So right now, Asante Samuel Jr. Yes. Now what does the cornerback do?
Stand in the corner.
Okay. They stand in the corner, but what's their job on the corner?
Their defense.
They're on defense. And who do they guard against?
The wide receivers.
There we go. There we go. They
right? I got it.
I love it.
They standing on the corner.
Standing on the corner.
Okay. Watch receiver. So Zach said he wanted Asante Samuel Jr.
Okay.
Now, Asante, right from this board, and other people's boards may be different, he's ranked the 60th best player.
Okay.
Right? So do you want to waste the 4th overall pick on somebody who's the 60th ranked, especially when there are other corners more highly ranked, Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn,
no.
Caleb Farr? You don't want to do that. But with Asante Samuel's ranking and with what other teams might do, you may be able to get Kyle Pitts with the 4th overall. And then you can still snag Asante Samuel Jr. in the 2nd round because you're picking high. You're picking 4.
And I could get him later.
You can get him later. See, Tori knows. I like how you fit. Say what's up to Pastor Jamel over there.
Pastor
What's
Jamel.
up, PJ? Okay, I'm on the board. I'm on the board for the Cincinnati Bengals. Let me change this real quick. Let me go to all. Now they need a wide receiver, offensive tackle, tight end, interior O-line. What did I tell you interior O-line was? Interior offensive line?
Their offense.
Uh-huh.
They're on the sides.
No,
they're inside.
They inside. Yeah, inside.
Like around the center.
Yeah, so it's the center and then the 2.
Yeah.
The 2.
The 2 what?
Start with a G.
With a G?
Yeah. I said it's a left one and a right one.
Why was I about to say gatekeepers? I don't know. Wait.
You can call them gatekeepers if you want. You can call them gatekeepers if you want.
I don't know.
The guards. Yo, we are about to coin that phrase. We're about to coin that phrase.
I got
we're going to get the NFL to change it from left guard to left and right gatekeepers. Okay? All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. I was going to tell you not to.
Oh, no.
I can't.
Only 5 picks in. Okay. Yo, the comments. Oh. Yeah, Nick, I got tears too. They're forever gatekeepers now. They're forever gatekeepers.
Yo, I'm bringing that up on my show tonight. Like, yo,
you have to.
Who's the highest rated gatekeeper? And they're gonna be like, what?
All right. So it says they need a wide receiver. You could go with a wide receiver. We could go with your homie Jamar Chase.
Okay.
The Bengals quarterback is Joe Burrow. He used to play with Jamar Chase at LSU. That's when he had his outstanding season and one of the best seasons for a quarterback in college football. So we could go Jamar Chase. But the big thing with the Bengals is Joe Burrow got injured late last year. He tore his ACL.
All right.
And the biggest problem with that was he needed help on the offensive line.
Okay.
So I think we need to do, if we want him to be around for 10, 12, 15 years, is fortify that offensive line for him. Now, we don't need a gatekeeper because we can take their current tackle, Jonah Williams, and kick him inside to left gatekeeper, right? So then we can get a new left tackle that can protect Joe Burrow for 10 plus years. So I'm going to go Penei Sewell, tackle out of Oregon, to the Bengals at number 5.
Okay.
All right, Nick, it's on you.
These comments are cracking me up.
Nick, you muted, bro. I got you.
My bad. I got it. I'm picking for the Dolphins here, right? I can't
Yes,
see
sir.
the board, so I'm following along and doing it on my phone as well.
Why can't you see you can't see the board?
It's just too small for me. Yeah, it's all right.
Oh,
though.
My bad.
It's no worries. No worries. I can see here. All right. So let's see. Just tell me what their needs are, though.
All right. So right now we have wide receiver, edge, running back, linebacker. What's a linebacker?
Baby in the back of the line.
Listen, sometimes all you need to do is look at the word and put it together. See, linebacker, they be behind the line. Now, what line do they be behind?
I'm gonna guess and say the line of scrimmage because that's the only. That's the only line.
Wait, are they on the same line with the gatekeepers or the opposite line?
The opposite. No.
Yeah.
They're the opposite line.
Yes.
See?
Okay. Good. Okay. Good.
No. I mean, the Dolphins went and they traded, obviously, and then they traded to 12. They obviously traded back up to 6. So I think they do want a receiver here. I'm going to go with the wide receiver at LSU, and I'm going to give them Jamar Chase here. I think that's a big need for them as well, to give Tua some more depth and talent on that line as well. So Jamar Chase.
Perfect. All right, Bengals take Jamar Chase at 6. All right, T, you back on the board, picking for the Detroit Lions. Now you picking for a lot of family members today.
I know, see.
Your uncle's aunt. What's up? Crystal was just in the chat. Come on now. You gotta show Unc some love.
All right.
Now take a look at their positions of need.
So they need a wide receiver.
What else they need?
Cornerback.
Okay, what else they need?
What's OT?
Offensive
tackle.
There you go.
Quarterback. All right. So
now I wouldn't agree with the quarterback.
Okay.
Because they just spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of money, trading Matthew Stafford, and they acquired Jared Goff. So he's at least going to be there for 1 or 2 years.
So they need a wide receiver.
I would say so.
Okay.
Do you want to take a look at the wide receivers? So this is a list of wide receivers. So we got Jalen Waddle, wide receiver out of Alabama, one of the fastest in the draft.
Okay.
We got Devontae Smith, who as a wide receiver won the Heisman Trophy.
I was gonna pick him, and I'll tell you why.
You was gonna pick Devontae?
Mm-hmm.
Why was you gonna pick Devontae?
Because he's ranked 14, so I feel like it would be a shock. Like he'd be like, "Oh wow, I got picked over somebody else." Like I'm just imagining him at the draft. I'm like, "Oh wow, I got first round."
Well, he's gonna go first round regardless.
But maybe the Lions is a good fit for him, especially if they need a wide receiver. He could show off.
Okay. Is that it? That's your pick?
That's my pick.
All right, cool.
And I know his name. I don't know Waddle.
How do you know Devontae Smith's name?
Because I heard it on the ESPN.
You heard it on the ESPN.
Muted Nick again.
Yo, she just sounded straight like she was talking on the water boy. I heard it on the ESPN.
Playing that foosball. That's the devil's game.
He said, "How you?" I heard my boy's name on ESPN.
All right, so we're gonna go Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
All right, Devontae Smith. Now I'm up for the Carolina Panthers. I'm up for the Carolina Panthers. Okay, they need offensive tackle, corner, tight end, QB. That's a need that they don't need anymore. Linebacker and interior offensive line, safety, interior defensive line as D tackle, corner, edge, running back. Okay, cool. What do I want to do? Let's go back to all. I think I know where I'm going. Let me just double check and see who's here. All right, we're not. I know they need linebacker. It'd be my estimation to try to help them kind of recreate what they had with Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. The best linebacker in the draft is still on the board. I think Micah Parsons in Carolina would be absolutely amazing. But you just traded to acquire quarterback Sam Darnold from the Jets. Problem that he had with the Jets, no offensive line, nothing to protect him until they drafted Mekhi Becton last year, which was too late. No weapons around him. Carolina already got the weapons. What's my man name? DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. You can't forget CMC. They already got the weapons. They need to keep him upright and protected so that they can see what he can do. Rashawn Slater had an outstanding pro day, showed his athleticism, showed what he's able to do. I think he's going to come in and be a day one starter. They got another tackle that could play for 10, 12, 15 years. I'm going Rashawn Slater to the Panthers at 8. Nick, it's on you.
All right, I'm with Denver now. Denver's needs, some people could say they need a quarterback. Some say linebacker, running back. This is a hard one because the linebacker's still on board, and I do think that they're going to go with a quarterback again because I still don't think they've figured it out with Jordan Love yet. But I'm going to mix it up a little bit here, and I'm going to take linebacker at a Penn State, Micah Parsons.
Okay. Oh, with Trey Lance on the board, you going Micah?
Yeah, I think because Trey Lance is kind of like I don't think they're going to take Trey Lance because he's kind of like a project the same as Jordan Love is right now. So I think they do like Jordan Love, but I just don't think they're completely sold on Jordan Love yet. I do think that Micah Parsons is a next generational talent. And I think if he's on the board there and you need that position, you don't pass that up.
Got you. Can you imagine him in that defense with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb? They need a corner, but I mean, I think this cornerback class is probably the deepest position group this year. So you can definitely get a corner in the second or third round that can come in and do work. All right, you picking again. Another family team.
Oh boy.
You gotta do right for Earl. You picking for the Cowboys.
So they need a cornerback the most, right?
They need a corner. So we can go to that position group for you. They need a corner. Where
did he go? Earl dropped off?
He dropped off. He might be there. Jackie Earl, where y'all pop up in the chat. Help your daughter out. I think she trying to use a lifeline.
A lifeline. He gonna take too long, I bet you.
He gonna take. You know he gonna take too long.
And I said Jordan Love earlier. I meant Drew Lock. I don't know why Jordan Love came out. I don't know why that came out of my mouth, but yes, Drew Lock. My bad. You should have corrected me there. Should have corrected me there.
Let's see. What's number 12? How do you say his name?
J.C. Horn.
Oh.
Now let me just
what?
Let me just preface this. No. The two picks right here.
Yeah.
Patrick Surtain It's Surtain. Patrick Surtain II and J.C. Horn.
Right.
They are sons of former NFL players.
Okay.
And they were good NFL players, not just some dudes who played in the league a little bit and now their son is in the draft. No.
Okay.
Pat Surtain and Sam Madison, when they was in Miami, them boys was nice. Joe Horn played for your dad's other team, the Saints, wide receiver.
Oh, then
his son plays corner.
With him.
We're going to go J.C. Horn to Cowboys? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you. I see how you made that connection. His dad played with the Saints. Your dad is a Saints fan.
There you go.
You get, a Saints fan's son. Okay, I see what you did.
Why say JC likes to toot his own horn?
Pastor John with the dad jokes.
Their dads were top of the line corner standers too.
Yes,
that's for sure. They were.
Okay, I'm on the clock for the New York Giants now. PJ in the chat, both PJs, Pastor John and Pastor Jamil. So I'm gonna use my lifeline. Let me see how quick they respond. What y'all want me to do here? What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to go wide receiver? Y'all thinking edge rusher? They not typing in the chat fast enough.
Let's see.
Now I know some Giants fans who I spoke to, they see Jalen Waddle on the board. They want him. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, Daddy said good.
Here we go. Someone Jalen Waddle. Okay. I don't know if I necessarily want that for them.
Edge rusher.
They still got who they got? Sterling Shepard. He's still there.
Edge rusher.
They just signed Kenny Galladay. Okay. Sid said edge. PJ said edge. Okay, so let's see who we got on the board at edge.
But then he said Jalen.
Oh, he must be talking about Jalen Phillips.
Or Waddle.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips. I think that kid's a beast.
Cam said edge.
Huh.
Hart said they need O-line. Hart, you an Eagles fan. You want me to help them?
Everybody's saying edge.
Everybody's saying edge. All right, so let's go to the edge rushers. Let's see.
All right.
Now, we could go Jalen Phillips here. And I think Jalen Phillips would fit their scheme for what he does. Kind of had some injury history, some concerns with concussions. He was actually medically retired because of the concussions. But as most football players know, when you're away from the game, you have that itch to get back. Mm-hmm. He treated his body right. He got treatment. He came back, and he looks amazing. His pro day was awesome. He showed the movement skills. He showed the speed to power. You could also go Kwity Paye from Michigan. I think he also fits that 3-4 scheme that they run. He's the best on the board. He's ranked 18th overall. Do you take him at 11 with the injury concerns? Because sometimes concussions can be recurring. And we know the NFL is a violent game. Do you want to waste that pick here? You could, or you couldn't. But the people said they want edge.
You don't like
Aziz? Go edge. Say that again.
You don't like Aziz Ojulari?
Here's my thing with Aziz. I don't think if they do pick somebody like Aziz, he wouldn't play defensive end. He fits that body type where he plays more outside linebacker, rushing off the edge. To me, I think Aziz would be a good fit somewhere like Pittsburgh, replacing somebody like Bud Dupree. Because if you look at Aziz's build and you look at TJ Watt and Bud Dupree's build, they're kind of the same, right? So I think a better place for somebody like Aziz Ojulari would be Pittsburgh, where he can play that 3-4 outside linebacker and rush off the edge instead of having to put his hands in the dirt. Now, he could do that in New York, but I think 11 is too high for Aziz, personally.
Yeah. No, I agree. I was just asking what your thoughts were on him because they had him rated as the best edge guy left, and I'm like, I would take Phillips over all those guys other than
with what he's able to do. And this is just a comparison for body type and physical gifts and abilities. This is not a projection. But when I look at Jalen Phillips, he reminds me of Jason Taylor. from a stature and physical ability standpoint. That's the comp that I give him, Jason Taylor. Will he live up to that?
Probably not.
Perennial Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer? Probably not. He could, but that's my comp. So I'm going to go Jalen Phillips. I know I took up a lot of time with that pick. Nick, you on the clock for the Eagles. We live on the East Coast.
Yeah. Can I trade? No, just messing around. Just messing around. Let's see. What do they need over there? Wide receiver. They just cut the old man. Corner, linebacker, tight end, right? Receiver,
wide receiver, tight end, corner,
and I think
safety.
I think they need a running back too. Because
you gonna go running back at 12?
No. I'm saying I think they need a running back too. Because
they got Miles Sanders.
They have Miles Sanders, but I'm not sure if this guy's gonna like that type of Doug Peterson type role where they're quick, shifty backs. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know if he's going to want to run the ball more between tackles compared to, somebody staying healthy, because Miles Sanders is a great running back, but he's more of a shifty guy. He's not that powerhouse bowling ball type like a Najee Harris or somebody like that. But let's see. I think wide receiver is probably the best position here for them. I'm definitely get Eagles a good wide receiver, definitely because of Justin Jefferson. I'm definitely going to go Jalen Waddle here. I think it's a no-brainer pick, but I wanted to see what else was out there. So, yeah, Jalen Waddle for the Eagles. And see what happens there.
Perfect. All right, Mom. You back on the clock. You are picking for the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm going to do the guy from Virginia Tech.
Okay. You're going to do Christian Darrisaw. Now tell me why you did that.
Just because he's next. I have no philosophical reason at all.
Okay.
No philosophical reason.
ESPN. But I heard it on the ESPN.
On the ESPN. But let me tell you why that's a good pick. You see, obviously, that's their first need, offensive tackle. And they need to protect their investment. Last year, with their first round pick, they selected Justin Herbert. What did Justin Herbert turn around and do?
I have no idea.
He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He came out and he balled. Mm. So they have their franchise quarterback. You got to keep him protected.
Okay.
Young guy like Christian Darrisaw at Virginia Tech falling to them at 13. I think that's a great pick. Great pick. I love that, babe. All right, we on the clock for the Vikings. Dev, hit me up. I saw you there. Hit me up. We need interior offensive line, edge, offensive tackle, corner. I don't agree with that. Safety we could use, but I think that's too high here. If I'm looking for the top two needs, interior offensive line, I'm definitely looking at Elijah Vera-Tucker. He could play both guard positions, right or left guard. That's easy. If we're looking at edge, put somebody on the opposite side of Daniil Hunter. Kwity Paye is right here. I think that would be a good pick for them. We involve in everybody. So Dev, what you want? You want the guard or you want the edge rusher? Let me know. Type it in the chat and then I'll take it. Joe want Kwity Paye. He's a Michigan fan. I got to hear Nick and Joe go back and forth about Michigan versus Ohio State.
They just can't beat us. It's all right.
Nick, yeah, who's up in that series, Nick?
The Ohio State.
Look, Devin got. I'm gonna give Devin 20 seconds to write who he wants, and then I'm gonna take a pick. Okay. He said, honestly, we might throw everybody off and draft Trey Lance. LOL, we need an edge. All right, he said we need an edge. We're gonna go Kwity Paye out of Michigan to the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. I went too fast.
Would you hit the wrong one?
I picked Azeez Ojulari for the Patriots. And that was your pick.
Oh.
So wait. Now Nick's pick is this team?
It would be the Cardinals if you don't.
But then my team is the Raiders. Then next,
look at God. Look at God. Okay. Well.
Look at God.
Who did you take for the Chargers? I can't remember.
So I took Christian Darrisaw for the Chargers.
Darrisaw, that's what it was. Hold on. I'm just trying to catch up here.
I guess that worked. So I got Christian Darrisaw for the Chargers, Kwity Paye to the Vikings at 14, and then the Patriots get Azeez Ojulari at 15. I likely would have went quarterback there. Trey Lance is on the board. They could have went Mac Jones as well.
Yeah, I would have went Mac Jones on that pick. Why can I not find?
You up for the Cardinals at 16.
All right, so Cardinals. Let's see. Can I just not pick at all? Cornerback, wide receiver, running back, offensive tackle, tight end here. So let's think here. There's Darrisaw right there. Who'd you take for Minnesota?
Kwity Paye out of Michigan.
All right. I'm just trying to catch up here real quick for this.
It's all good, bro.
No, you're all right. And then you took
Azeez Ojulari for the
Right?
Patriots. Yep.
All right. So Cardinals are up now. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what we're going to do here. Oh, God. I don't want to give them this guy. They definitely need corner help. Pat P, obviously. And they got to guard those Niners wide receivers. So I'm going to go cornerback here out of Alabama, and I'm going to go Patrick Surtain to Arizona. I'd hate to see that. But
I would hate to see that too.
I'd hate to see it so bad.
My cousin Sid said Cards need edge badly. I don't know. They got J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones coming back.
Yeah, and they just signed who else did they just picked up another defensive player here. I forget who it was. I'll have to look.
Yeah, but I mean, even if without that, J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones, oof. I think that's a affordable tandem. Now they are older, up in age. J.J. Watt got injury history, but if they can stay healthy and give you 12 to 14 games, they could do some damage. Yeah, and that does hurt. I don't foresee this happening, but if somehow Pat Surtain or J.C. Horn fall to the Cardinals, I'm gonna be sick.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be sick. All right, babe.
Okay.
Listen, God working some miracles for you tonight because all of your picks is for family teams, and now this is your team.
This is my team.
And let's tell the folks before we get to that. Let's tell the folks the story, not in full detail about how we met, but how the moment we knew that it was right.
When I pulled out my Raiders jersey,
and
had your name on the back. There you go.
Yeah, see, I was named after Marcus Allen, and my father-in-law, Earl, her dad, bought her a Marcus Allen jersey. So she pulled it out, had the Marcus Allen on it. At the time, she didn't know that my middle name was Allen. And when I told her that,
I should have wore it. I wasn't thinking.
You should have wore it. He said that. You should have wore it.
Next time.
Oh, it's going to be a next time?
If you invite me.
You Mrs. Mose knows. You don't need an invite. If you just want to pop up and be like, yo, I'm here, move over. I'm going to move over.
Y'all, he wait till I'm asleep.
What I'm going to do? Say no?
You wait till I'm asleep.
When I go live, it's at 7 o'clock.
I'll be asleep.
She'll be in the bedroom watching the ESPN.
The ESPN. Okay, I'm going to go with, what is it, Tevin Jenkins?
Okay.
Because they need an offensive tackle.
Okay.
He's an offensive tackle.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
I like that. All right, now I'm on the clock. For the
Joe
Dolphins.
is so disrespectful.
It's a one and done thing for her. Joe, stop.
I can't.
Stop.
All right, so the Dolphins have needs, and we already took care of. He said they need everything: edge, running back, linebacker, safety, tight end. All right, let's see what we got. They don't need a corner, but I see Caleb Farley. They need a linebacker, and I see Xavier Collins. I think that would be a good pickup. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah out of Notre Dame also might be a good pickup, particularly for that defense and the hybrid scheme that they run. You can use him all over, inside, outside. You can throw him in the slot. You can drop him at safety. Sid is saying best player available. For me, I mean, best player available right now would be Trey Lance. Do you want to draft Trey Lance at 18? Have him come in and compete with Tua if Tua is not your guy? Listen, I said we having fun with this one. And I said we taking suggestions from the chat. We're going to go Trey Lance.
Ooh.
We don't waste that pick.
Look at Nick.
We don't waste that pick at number 3 or at number 6. We don't waste that. He said, other than the QB. Now you say that. We don't waste that pick. Yes, they need a lot of stuff. But are they really sold on Tua? If Tua comes out and has another bad year, and next year's quarterback class isn't the same as this one, do you risk not getting a quarterback that you want, and now you set yourself back 2, maybe 3 years? Trey Lance falls to you at 18 in this mock draft. You get him, stashing behind Tua, maybe start a little bit of a quarterback competition. If Trey Lance wins, then you can trade Tua, and the Dolphins have been doing a lot of trading lately. You can trade Tua, recoup some picks, set yourself up for the future to get more weapons and assets for Trey Lance. I said we having fun with this one, and I like that. Best player available. You should have put that all in one sentence, cuz best player available other than QB. But you didn't do that at the same time. It took you a couple seconds to add that. So I just went with the thought process. Nick, you up at 19 with the Washington football team. Hopefully they tell the truth and they come up with some type of team name, because I'm sick and tired of calling them the football team.
Is there a team name in here that we can draft? Is there a team name up in here that you can draft? My pick here, if Trey Lance was on the board, would have been Trey Lance.
Got you.
For Washington. But I'm going to go. We're at 19 now. I do think that Washington isn't sold on their quarterback situation, obviously. I'm going to throw Mac Jones in here with the Washington football team. He's
nice.
a Kirk Cousins type guy. Can fill in right there. So
cool. Now, this is not the same staff that had Kirk Cousins.
No, I know. I'm saying he's a Kirk Cousins type guy that could lead that guy. They got speedy receivers. They're going to look for a good quarterback that can get the ball, push the ball downfield, and have smarts as well. And I'm not sure if they're looking for that mobility in that type quarterback.
Okay.
But I would have took Trey Lance here because he would have been the better player available in that position.
Got you. All right, baby, you up. Chicago at 20.
Alex Leatherwood.
Oh, you not even wasted no time. Just no thought process behind it. You got some other highly rated players up here.
Well, they
need a corner, right?
Yeah.
You got Caleb Farley right here. Now, the reason why he's rated.
What's wrong with Alex Leatherwood?
Nothing's necessarily wrong with Alex Leatherwood. But like we talked about, like Sid mentioned, best player available. You got some guys up here that really fit positions of need for them. So like their fourth need is corner. Caleb Farley is here. Now, will he fall to 20? Most likely. He had a little bit of
this question.
Okay, I'm listening.
Whether they draft Alex Leatherwood or not, are they making it to the playoffs?
In the division that they're in, we know the Packers are good. The Vikings are up and down. Depending on what they do with this draft could determine whether they are fighting for a wild card position. The Lions have a new head coach. So, sorry, but they're probably going to be at the bottom of the division. So they could be fighting for second or third place in the division. If they get second, they could possibly make a wild card spot. So I'd say it's about 40-60, 40% chance they make it, 60% chance they don't.
I'm going to put Alex Leatherwood up there and give him the chance.
Give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
All right. She said she wanted Alex Leatherwood. Okay. I can respect that. All right. I'm on the clock here at 21 with the Colts. They also need an offensive tackle. But you done took him.
That's why you wanted to go Alex Leatherwood. Yeah.
I could go Sam Cosmi. I could go Liam Eichenberg. I could definitely go Jalen Mayfield. I think this rating for Jalen Mayfield isn't correct. He's top 4 or 5 tackle in this draft.
She drafted like a mom.
Give him a chance.
Kid.
Oh my God!
Y'all not gonna sit my baby on this sideline all game now. Y'all
He
better
only
let him
had
play.
5 plays. He's supposed to have 7. Me and Joe know that all too well. Oh my God!
They got corner as a need. Who they got at corner? They don't got no. I think Caleb Farley could fit to them, but I'm not 100% on that. Let me see with edge. I think I'm not as high on Joe Tryon as this board says. I like Jason Owe. He's been getting a lot of press. This dude like 6'5", and he ran 6'5", like 255, 260. He ran like a 4.36
At the combine.
at the pro day.
At
They
the
didn't have a
pro day.
combine this year because of COVID.
Why? Oh, that's sad.
It would have been too many people in one spot, so they got to make sure to keep everybody safe and healthy. I mean, I also could go here too, because see, sometimes the Draft Network be messing with my mind, because I don't think this player is this low either, and I think if they can get him at 21, I think this would be a great pickup for them. They need help on the edge. They need to throw somebody on that line, and I think if you put this kid next to DeForest Buckner, because we know how DeForest Buckner get down, Nick. You put this kid next to DeForest Buckner, I think he could be really, really good, especially in this defense, because this Colts defense come to play every week. And I said I'm having fun with it. Give me Gregory Rousseau out of Miami to the Colts. Now, I would have took Jalen Phillips if he fell here. I would have took Kwity Paye if he fell here. But Gregory Rousseau is next on the board for me. I'm going Rousseau to the Colts. What you got, Nick, for Tennessee?
Tennessee. That puts me on the board for Tennessee. Let me see who's available here. I think I have an idea of where I'm going to go with this pick, but oh man, this is hard. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go here. I'm going to go with tight end out of Georgia, Trey McKitty.
Whoa. Trey McKitty in the first round?
Yep. I personally think that he's the best tight end in this other. I like Tommy Tremble too. Don't get me wrong. But I think Trey McKitty's a better all-around blocker than Tremble is. And I think Tennessee needs that more of a blocking tight end and a guy who has really good hands. So to me, that's my favorite guy in there over Tommy Tremble. I probably could have took Tommy Tremble, but I'm not a big guy on.
And you don't like Pat Fryermuth from Penn State? They calling him AKA Baby Gronk.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like to me, he has upside, but I'm not sure that it's going to pan out in the NFL. So
okay.
That's the only reason, because what's his size? I can't remember how big he is.
Fryermuth, he might be 6'5", 6'6".
And he's just not a very good blocker. And I think Tennessee needs more of a better tight end that can block compared to catching the football, because obviously they have a hell of a running game over there. Oh, excuse me. A heck of a running game over there. And Pat to me is not a, he's not a George Kittle type blocker. He's not I wouldn't even say Travis Kelce, because Travis Kelce lacks at blocking as well, but very good with his hands. But yeah, I'm going to stick with that pick. Obviously, I'm going to stick with it. I like Trey McKitty.
Okay. And so you think they need to go, because obviously Trey McKitty would be replacing Jonnu Smith, who they lost in free agency to the Patriots. So you think they need to go somebody opposite Jonnu? Because Jonnu was more of a receiving tight end. You want somebody that's more of an inline blocker? Yep.
I think they need a guy who can block, is a very good blocking tight end, as well as can catch the football.
Got you. All right, babe, you up for the New York Jets? You landed on this Kizzo team.
Oh boy,
this Kizzo team.
Well, I'm gonna use y'all as a lifetime. Who would y'all?
As a lifetime? You talking about the gym?
Lifetime
Fitness? Joe, was you at Lifetime today?
Lifeline.
Did you post a workout video? She got Lifetime on the brain. What is happening? Lifeline.
Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna use you and Nick for this.
Okay, cool.
What would y'all go with?
I'm gonna go with Nick first.
I'm gonna trade Robert Saleh back to the Niners. just messing around. Jets here. Obviously they took Zach Wilson with the first pick. They need offensive tackles, cornerbacks. I do believe they need a linebacker and a running back. You know what? I'm gonna get the running back. I personally would get the running back out of the way here, and I would go with a guy like Najee Harris here, to fill out that. We know that he's going to take that Kyle Shanahan system over. You're going to need a good running backfield. And who've they been doing with over there? I can't even.
I wish my homie Kizzo was in the chat because he would probably be able to tell you who the Jets running backs were better than I.
I mean, they're all older. They're all older backs.
Was Frank with them last season, or was he with another team?
No, Frank was. I don't think Frank was with the Jets. No,
he was with the Jets at one point.
He was with the Jets because he started against us. Because their backs were hurt.
Yep.
So I can't remember who their back is. I mean, Le'Veon Bell was over there, right? Frank Gore. So all older guys. I think now that you have a good quarterback, your run game will be a lot better if you get a sustainable running back there. And I think Najee fits that system. I mean, obviously, I like him for the Niners for durability-wise. But, I wouldn't take him as high where the Niners pick. So, yeah, I would say Najee, but that would just be my choice.
So, Nick says Najee Harris. So, right now, Najee Harris is the best running back on the board. But all of the top running backs are still here. So, Travis Etienne would be 2. Javonte Williams 3, Michael Carter 4, Kenneth Gainwell 5, Trey Sermon 6. One of my favorite running backs in the draft, Chuba Hubbard, is still here. So pretty much all the backs are still here. So Nick's choice is running back. My choice would be corner. It's their second need, and the Jets defense is awful. They need a corner because if they don't get a corner, they just going to keep getting beat deep. Wide receivers going to smoke them every week. Now they're at 23. You could go somebody like Greg Newsome, who's one of the top rated corners. He's in most people's top 4, 5, maybe 6 corners in this draft. You can go Aaron Robinson, also top 4 or 5. Eric Stokes is probably the fastest in the class. He ran like a 4.24 or 4.26, 4.27, something like that. It was fast, okay? And he's got the size. He's about 6'1", long arms. He can get it done. You heard Zach mention Asante Samuel Jr. His dad was Asante Samuel Sr., played with the Patriots, won a couple Super Bowls, came over to the Eagles, and was still a dynamite player. But at 23, didn't have to move up. Caleb Farley falls to you. Now, the issue with Caleb Farley is if he didn't have the injury that he had, he would have been probably the first cornerback taken off the board. Because he also ran a 4.2, like a 4.28. He's 6'2", about 205. He can cover. He's got great feet, good hands, good awareness, good recovery, and he tackles.
What kind of injury did he have?
He had a back injury.
So the Jets need help in that area, so that would put a lot of strain on his body, wouldn't it?
It would put a lot of strain on his body, especially the type of cornerback that he is going to be and that he plays. Now, they're probably going to tell him to, stay out of there as much as possible. Deion Sanders is always known for saying he made a lot of business decisions on the field, which helped, elongate his career. But he's the best cornerback and it's a position of need. But he does have that back injury, which is why he's fallen down this far. Otherwise, he'd be the first or second corner taken off the board. So you can go with Nick's pick and Najee Harris and help the offense with a running back. You can go my pick, Caleb Farley, help the defense with a corner, or maybe one of the other corners I mentioned. Or you can go completely somewhere else. If you want to go edge to help the pass rush, so these are the people that attack the quarterback and sack him so he doesn't throw the ball. If you want a wide receiver, your dad says get a running back. So he is in agreement with Nick.
All right, let's go with Daddy.
Okay,
Get
so
the running back.
you want the running back. Now, do you want Nick's suggestion? Do you want Najee Harris? Do you want Sunshine's teammate, Travis Etienne?
Oh, Joe picked Travis, didn't he?
Joe said Travis Etienne.
Let's go with Joe's pick, just to
What?
show you that I could do something.
What?
What he say? Here she go with the see. I picked your pick. Look at that.
All right.
Look at Joe, always talking.
See, Joe, I thought when she was talking about that, I thought she was doing the nurse talk, man. That's going to put a lot of strain on his body.
It is. I'm thinking of longevity. Longevity?
Yeah, that's right.
I said it right.
Yeah,
right?
you did. You said it right. All right, I'm up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if I didn't mess this draft up, my player would have been here because I would have taken Azeez Ojulari. But cornerback is a need.
So who you
take?
You took Travis. Travis there.
Yeah, for the Jets, I took Travis Etienne.
Okay.
Pittsburgh can use a corner. I think that if Caleb Farley falls to Pittsburgh, I think they run to the podium and take him. Yes, he has the injury concern with his back, but he was also medically cleared. So they didn't have the combine, but they still did meet in Indianapolis, and it was only for medical checks.
And here go Joe, damn his body. He just don't care about Caleb's life.
But I think Caleb Farley in this Pittsburgh defense with Minkah Fitzpatrick on the back end could be scary. So I want to see Caleb in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to go Caleb Farley at 24. Because of the back injury, he's falling. But on most people's boards, he's the top-rated corner. For Pittsburgh to get him at 24, I think that's a steal. All right, Nick, you back on it with the Jaguars at 25.
Jaguars, 25.
They already got Trevor Lawrence. Sunshine is in the building. I got needs at offensive tackle, wide receiver, safety, running back, corner, tight end.
Oh, let's go
interior defensive line.
Yeah, let's go safety there. Let's go Trayvon.
Oh, Trayvon Merrick, safety out of TCU.
Yeah, out of TCU.
Talk about it. Give people a little bit of insight on Trayvon real quick.
Trayvon, man, I really like this kid. He's a 2-year guy. Heck of a special teams player. So if he doesn't start this year, he'll play special teams. He keeps everything in front of him. He's got good awareness in coverage. He's solid with the run. He definitely makes plays on ball handlers, as in fumbles and things like that. He's not afraid of contact. He's always takes on bigger opponents. The way he tackles, he doesn't just bounce and tackle off you, or bounce off you with a tackle. He drives through you. Like everything you teach, he drives through you. There are some, he has that swag. He gets fired up. Like he's just goes crazy on the field. Like he's a different guy when he puts a helmet on. So I really like this pick. I think that he'll fit in with that type of defense that Urban Meyer is going to, instill over there. All around, I think he's a good dude. I think he does some of his negatives that I think he doesn't have a whole lot of deep speed because he tries to keep everything in front of him. And his balance is a little off sometimes when I watch tape, but that's all coachable stuff that if you have the will to want to run through tackles, go up against bigger opponents, try to keep everything in front of you, attack the football, everything else is teachable. So I would go with Trayvon there.
Perfect. Yeah, Sid, we talked about that earlier in the show. 49ers signed defensive tackle Maurice Hurst over from the Raiders. Also got Arden Key from them. So we just taking all y'all throwaways. Y'all just throwing them away because y'all don't want to use them, but we see potential. And watch I'm gonna show you during the season. When they make highlights, I'm gonna point it out every time and be like, they could have been doing this for your Raiders.
Yep.
Okay.
The betrayal is real because now they're in Vegas.
Yeah, that's what Pastor John said earlier. Like they traitors. How you gonna leave Oakland?
You can't leave
You
Oakland.
can't leave Oakland. Oh, no. All right, you on the clock for the Cleveland Browns. They not the doo-doo Browns no more. They made it to the playoffs finally. They used to be the doo-doo Browns. They're not the doo-doo Browns no more. Made it to the playoffs. And they beat the division rival Steelers in that game too, wild card weekend.
So
Oh.
they need an edge, right?
They could use an edge. They got a really good one over there. His name is Myles Garrett, number 95.
Okay.
You remember the dude who took the helmet and smacked my man in the face with it?
Oh, that was sad.
It was sad, wasn't it?
That
It
was
was
a sad story.
Yeah, so they got him.
Is he all right?
No, Mason Rudolph cool.
Okay.
Mason Rudolph cool.
Oh.
He living. He all right.
Oh.
Still getting them NFL checks. So, like Joe said, ain't nobody worried about that.
Mm.
Okay, so they need edge, interior defensive line as defensive tackle. You could say they need wide receiver, but I don't agree with this. They got Odell.
Oh, okay.
They got Odell's best friend, Jarvis Landry.
Okay.
And even when Odell went down with an injury last year, they drafted Donovan Peoples-Jones out of Michigan, and he stepped up and he played well. So if all three of them dudes stay healthy, they don't need a wide receiver.
So which one would you go with? And then I'll pick the person.
Okay. So edge is a need. Joe Tryon is here. I'm not high on Joe Tryon. If I did go edge, I would take the kid I was telling you about out of Penn State, Jason Owe, who ran the 4.36. I think they could use help at corner. Oh, thank you, Joe. I forgot that. They don't need edge anymore because they signed Clowney. But they could still get a rotational piece because you know Clowney only going to give them like 4 or 5 games. You know Clowney not going to stay healthy. He's saying they could use interior linemen.
So let's get this guy out of Alabama.
I think that's a great pick for them, actually.
Okay.
I think if you put Christian Barmore on that defensive line next to Sheldon Richardson with Myles Garrett and Clowney on the outside, I think that defensive line is cooking.
You gonna go.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
You making Joe mad because he can't trash you now. That's the second time you took his advice.
He gonna find a way though.
All right, I'm up for the Ravens. I am kind of upset with Nick because he took my pick. I would have taken Trayvon Merrick here for the Ravens and give them a safety, but I think they need edge help. They lost a couple guys this offseason because the salary cap went down. They had other needs and they had to, make sure that they were under the cap. They had to let a few guys go. So I think they look to replace, those edge guys. I think he can go in the first round. I wouldn't put Jason Owe here just because I think based on the tape that I've watched, he's more of a hand in the dirt type guy. The guy I'm going to pick, I think, offers versatility with putting his hand in the dirt, but also standing up as a 3-4 outside linebacker in that pass rush role that the Ravens will deploy him in. So I'm going to go Joseph Osai, edge rusher out of Texas, to the Ravens. Nick, you up for the Saints? Make my father-in-law proud, brother.
Saints. What do they need? Linebackers. Defensive tackle, safety.
I got corner, wide receiver, edge, linebacker, safety, D tackle, tight end, quarterback, tackle, offensive tackle, and linebacker again.
Corner here. Man, is Newsome still on the board?
Greg Newsome II is still on the board.
And so is Asante Samuel.
Asante Samuel Jr. is also still on the board.
Ooh. Oh man. Asante's like really grabby, in my opinion, and that fits perfect in New Orleans. They're those grabby type of corners. I'm just not sold on Asante's lack of height.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt him. So I'm gonna go with Newsome here. I think Newsome's a better fit in New Orleans.
Cool. All right, babe. It is you on the clock again for the Green Bay Packers. Now, thankfully, nobody in the family is a Packers fan.
Oh God!
So there's not much pressure here.
All right. So they need everybody.
They need an offensive tackle. They need a wide receiver. They could use a corner, defensive tackle, linebacker, guard. I mean, if they want to, fix that offensive line, I think Elijah Vera Tucker is a great option. Sid is saying wide receiver.
I was gonna go with what is it,
Rashad Bateman?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna hold you. That's a really good pick.
That's what I was looking at.
Why was you looking at Rashad Bateman?
Minnesota just struck out to me, and then I was like, oh, it's a really stupid reason. I don't even want to say it out loud.
He liked his name.
No, I was gonna say the weather. Because it's cold up there.
Because it's cold in Minnesota. It's cold in Green Bay. Used to the cold.
Just put him up there.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Listen, Aaron Rodgers.
He used to it.
And Aaron Rodgers would not be upset at this pick, and neither would Devontae Adams. They need another wide receiver who can step up opposite Devontae Adams. I called him Devontae Smith. Opposite Devontae Adams, who can kind of take some pressure off of him. And give Aaron Rodgers another reliable target so that he's not throwing to, Devontae 20 times a game.
There you go.
They need somebody to step up. They draft that receiver. They were going to draft a receiver last year. They were looking at the receiver we drafted, Brandon Ayuk, but we beat him to the punch. We traded up and we took Ayuk, and then that's when they took Jordan Love. So you got a good replacement for that.
Why Joe don't like that pick?
Just when I thought she was turning the corner.
They on the wrong page.
Where would you have gone, Joe? Let us know. She got that from our cousin Sid, so she went with that.
Or he just talking about my explanation.
Maybe. Let's see what he's talking about.
Oh,
all right, I'm up for the Buffalo Bills. Corner, edge, wide receiver, running back, interior defensive line. Where do I want to go here? I think edge it could be a need, and I think this is not a bad spot for Jason Owe. So I'm not even going to waste time. I'm going to put Jason Owe in that Bills defense and give them another edge rusher.
I told you it was the explanation.
I like the pick. It's her explanation. All right, Nick, you up for the Kansas City Chiefs. Thankfully, Terrence is not here. My cousin, who's a Chiefs fan, because we probably had to roast him a little bit.
I don't know what's more important right now for them: offensive tackle or center. I think they addressed the line here, though. Who's available for offensive tackles?
Offensive tackle, I have Sam Cosmi out of Texas, Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame, Dylan Radins out of North Dakota State, Brady Christensen out of BYU, and Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan are the top five.
What to do here?
Family said offensive tackle 100%.
Yeah, I think that's is James Hudson still there? Out of Cincinnati?
Mm-hmm.
Did I pass him? Yes, James Hudson is still here.
I like James Hudson. I think I think he could get a little bit better in his ability in blocking, like in motion, moving in motion with his own scheme. But I think he moves bigger guys at the line of scrimmage, and I think that's all Kansas City needs. They're not so much asking their tackles to move downfield or block on the run or type things like that. So I really like Hudson here. I think he's going to be a steal in this draft. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go James Hudson here, offensive tackle from Cincinnati.
Okay. Now, guys, don't let this predictive board fool you. James Hudson, on some people's boards, is a top 5 tackle in this class.
Yeah,
so this one doesn't have him here as a top 5, but some people do have James Hudson as top 5 in this draft class of tackles. Personally, I like Jalen Mayfield from Michigan a little bit better than I like Hudson. I think I would also take Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame over Hudson. But I understand your point of view for what they need and what they do. And I think that's a good pick. All right, babe, last pick of the first round, and then we're going to wrap it up and get out of here, give these people the rest of their Thursday night back.
All right.
It's still only 8 o'clock, so it's early. Y'all can still catch some of y'all shows. You are on the clock for the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just hand him a
Tom Brady in
Hand
them.
him a what?
A pink slip.
Tom Brady in them. So,
oh, Lord.
They say wide receiver is a need, but I don't agree with that because they still have Mike Evans and they still have Chris Godwin.
They just brought back Antonio Brown.
They did re-sign Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Perfect. So wide receiver, don't even look at this. Edge rusher they could use, but then again, I think they good. They brought back Shaq Barrett. They still got Jason Pierre-Paul, unless they want to cut JPP because he's older and he's owed about excuse me, I don't know what's going on. And he's owed about $12 million this year. So if they want to save money on cap, they can do that. Interior O-line, their offensive line is solid. If they wanted to go interior defensive line, defensive tackle, they can do that. Running back, they don't need. They brought back Leonard Fournette, and they
need anybody.
They don't.
It's tough because the team, the way it's constructed right now, is a really, really solid team. Zach said, Tom Brady don't need anybody. So any pick would be a luxury. So if anything you can add edge rusher, he would be in a rotation. Somebody like Joe Tryon, who I'm not high on, he could still benefit from going there, learning from Shaq Barrett and learning behind Jason Pierre-Paul. Because maybe they only keep Jason Pierre-Paul for this year coming up because they're trying to go back and repeat. But maybe the year after that, they let him go. You know what I mean?
So he can get a little education.
He can get a little education.
You can put him in there.
So you want to go Joe Tryon?
Yeah.
Now, you got some other people on the board. You sure you want to go there just because I said so, or you want to do something else?
Well, they don't need any of the good ones, right?
I mean, listen, they can use Zaven Collins, but they really don't because they got Devin White and they got Levante David.
Because the thing is, right, those other people could give, like in the second round, someone else the edge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What does it make them?
No, something else.
Do Joe.
All right, you want to give him Joe Tryon, edge rusher out of Washington?
Yeah.
All right, boom. Joe Tryon. And that's going to wrap it up. I don't think we need to do a draft recap because we'd be sitting here all night.
He said, but they're old.
He said, but they're old. That is true. You get these young guys, and I think Joe Tryon could fit that because JPP is old. You know, I mean, like I said, he's on the books for $12 million this year. If they want to dump that salary and put that into other players, maybe they dump that salary while they're working on a long-term deal for Chris Godwin. You never know. But that is going to do it. That is going to wrap it up for our live draft tonight. Everybody, please give a big hand and a special thank you to our mystery guest, Mrs. Mose Knows. I appreciate you for doing this.
Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate you for coming in and being with us and doing this draft. I know football ain't all 100% your thing, but I know Earl taught you something. And when I, was watching football and screaming and yelling and throwing stuff, you was used to it. Yeah. So cool. You have any last words? Anything you want to share with the people?
Joe, he is such a hater. Thanks, Cammy. My brother, he's on here watching Nick, and he plays for Boston College.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Number 96 in your hearts, Cam Horsley. Check him out this upcoming year when Boston College plays.
Yeah.
Young man is doing really good things. Grades is up there.
I'm gonna try to get out there and feed him.
Yeah, for sure. I think he need a good home cooked meal.
No, not like that. I'll go out there and just take him somewhere.
I don't know. Marcus be showing off all that cooking skills with that smoker and everything else, and never invites anybody over.
Y'all gotta come. We'll have a feast one day.
We gotta have the official Mose Knows or Tribe Called Mose family and friends barbecue.
Yeah, maybe during the season. Are they having football now? Like out, like now it's like
From what they talking about, they supposed to have fans in the stands this year.
okay.
Well, I went to a Phillies game, so that's a start.
There you go.
So
Any final thoughts? Any last words for the folks at home?
No. He's gonna say, "Now I'll go to Boston with you." Nick, get Joe.
I can't control that man. I
can't.
He's a trip. Hazard.
Well, it was so nice to have you, Nick. Y'all know I love y'all. Thank you.
Yes, thank
Nick,
you for having me.
Any final thoughts, man? As we are in the home stretch this last week up into the NFL draft, man, what you got?
Nah, man, I'm just counting down the days, I guess, Like we said earlier, just counting down the days. I'm more than excited this year for the draft. Just can't wait for it to get here. And then once that's over, man, I just can't wait for kickoff and, everything else that comes along with it. So had a great time, man. As always, I appreciate you guys for having me on. Tori, it was a pleasure. You made me laugh a lot tonight. I enjoyed that. I needed those laughs.
Thanks.
But no, that's it, man. I'm just going to go watch the ESPN and go out.
Watch them gatekeepers.
I'm going to watch them gatekeepers, man.
Yeah, I know on your show. I know on your show, man, you really big on the over and unders. So I'm gonna ask you this question: the first 3 rounds in the draft, rounds 1, 2, and 3. What's your over and under on the number of gatekeepers taken in the first 3 rounds?
Ooh. You give me an over or under number so I can tell you if it's over or under that.
I'm gonna say over under 12 gatekeepers taken in the first 3 rounds.
I'm gonna go under.
Okay.
I'm gonna go under. This draft is not big with guards or tackles, in my opinion. I think it has more receivers, quarterbacks, there's a lot of edge guys, not superstar edge guys, but there are a lot of stars in the making, I guess you could say, that could be potentially something. So I think defensively we're gonna, other than quarterback position and wide receiver, we're gonna see a lot more defensive guys taken off the board in the first 3 rounds.
Cool. That's gonna do it for us tonight, folks. Everybody who tuned in. I mean, I could go through the list of names. I'm gonna just go with a couple people I see here. Zach. Love you, man. That baby is beautiful. Keep doing your thing. You, your missus, the baby, love y'all. Joe, appreciate you. Cam, keep grinding, bro. You're doing good things up there in Boston. Keep working, keep grinding. Everything that's supposed to be for you, that's meant for you, you'll have it. Sid, love you, family. I think we go out when we play Chicago this year?
I don't think so.
Double check that. I think we play Chicago in Chicago. We might have to make that trip and link up with my cousin Sid. While you looking that up, who else we got in the chat? Brett, appreciate you. Earl, you already know. Love you. Sean Hart, thank you for stopping by. At Chicago. Love it. Who else we got? Who else I ain't missed? Devin, appreciate you. B Hart, you said you was coming through and you came through. Love you, bro. Pastor John, appreciate you. Oh, Marcus was here. Did we skip Marcus?
Marcus is there. Yeah.
What up, little bro? Pastor Jamel, appreciate you. Sean, appreciate you. Who else was here? Crystal was here. Love you. Appreciate you. Who was probably watching with Crystal.
Both my brothers was in the chat.
Both your brothers in the chat. Kev, what up, Kev? You and the twins and Britt, love y'all, man. Boyce was here. Appreciate you. Facebook user. I don't know who that is, but love you too. Jackie was in here. Love you. Everybody who stopped by. My homie Dom, he was in here too. Everybody who stopped by, everybody who joined us tonight. Listen, I love and appreciate all of you. Even if you didn't type in the comments and you was just watching for the entertainment value, my beautiful wife stopped by to help me out. I love you. Appreciate you. Nick, my brother, love you too. I love y'all. As I say in the end of my videos, if you're here, if we family, we family. If you're not a part of my family by blood, guess what? you still family because you stopped by Mose Knows, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Love and appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.